Hello, I welcome you to Roseline YouTube channel. I am so excited. Do you know why? It's like Canadians are beginning to eye Dubai for skilled professionals. Like in my previous video, I talked about how employers are coming from Prince Edward Island to recruit skilled professionals. And now this is another province coming to Dubai, UAE in general, but the interview will be in Dubai, to hire, to employ skilled professionals, especially in the healthcare field. And this particular recruitment process is taking place in the month of February 2024. So are you a specialist in clinical and laboratory medicine? Are you a general practitioner or a family physician? Are you a registered nurse, a registered psychiatric nurse? Are you a nurse practitioner, licensed practical nurse, nurse aide, orderly, audiologist, medical laboratory technologist, medical sonographers, occupational therapist, pharmacist, pharmacy technicians, physiotherapist, psychologist, respiratory therapist, social workers, clinical perfusionist, cardiopulmonary technologist, and many more are the professions that the province of New Brunswick, Canada, are coming to Dubai to recruit. This province of New Brunswick in Canada is recruiting healthcare professionals through the Canadian Healthcare Atlantic Recruitment Mission, CHAM 2024. And this event will be holding on the 4th to 8th of February 2023. New Brunswick is located on Canada's Atlantic coast. New Brunswick is a charming maritime province full of beautiful landscapes and unique adventures. There are also lots of interesting and fun facts about New Brunswick. New Brunswick is also the largest Canada's 3 maritime provinces, of which the other maritime provinces are Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island. New Brunswick is also one of the 4 Atlantic provinces. Other Atlantic provinces include Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, and the province of Newfoundland and Labrador. So let's go into the registration process. If you are into the healthcare field and you are in United Arab Emirates, this is for you. Now, this is the official website for the province of New Brunswick. And there are a lot of notes here, but this is where we are going. The upcoming events, upcoming international recruitment events. So we are signing up right there. And now coming to the upcoming international recruitment events page under the official website for the province of New Brunswick, you can see welcome to New Brunswick, Canada. New Brunswick is located on Canada's east coast along the Atlantic Ocean. New Brunswick offers a distinct way of life and exciting career opportunities. We value the experiences and skills of newcomers from all over the world. We look forward to welcoming you and your family home. They value the experiences of newcomers from all over the world, but this particular recruitment is focused on those in Dubai. And you can see that the event is from the 4th to the 8th of February 2024 under the Canadian Healthcare Atlantic Recruitment Mission, known as CHAM 2024, and then it is holding in Dubai, United Arab Emirates. So then let's sign in. So this is just to help you see the step-by-step process of the registration. It is not difficult. So I wish you the best in this registration. And then here it is. Welcome to the registration page for the Canadian Healthcare Atlantic Recruitment Mission, CHAM, February 2024. And okay, let me just read through. One of the founding provinces of the Dominion of Canada, New Brunswick, is one of the 3 maritime provinces. New Brunswick borders the state of Maine to the west and Quebec to the northwest. It welcomes immigrants from every corner of the globe. Today, the province boasts a diverse and increasingly multicultural population. New Brunswick is recruiting skilled workers to meet its labor market demands. We are looking for candidates who demonstrate a high level of human capital with skills, training, and experience in one of the New Brunswick in demand sectors. Thank you for your interest in New Brunswick. Please note that this is an in-person event. That is, it is a physical event. Only selected candidates will be invited to the information section. So after you have done the registration, it's only those that are selected that will be sent an email for the particular date for that individual's interview, but it's lasting from the 4th to the 8th of February 2024. So they will fix a date for you and also give you the location for the interview. So let's do the registration together. Now you would enter your first name. It's so easy. Enter your first name, enter your last name. Put in your email address, confirm your email address, that's repeat your email address, and then select the desired date. You know, the program is spanning from the 4th to the 8th. So choose a date that you so desire, right? The date that you know you'll be free or you have your off in your working place, right? So choose a date that you so desire. Choose anyone from this to this. This is it. These are the professions that they are hiring from, and each profession has its own unique NOC code. So they have made it easy for you. They have attached the NOC codes to each profession. So you just check your profession and you know what your NOC code is. NOC code is the National Occupation Classification Code used to classify professions, and each occupation is given a specific NOC code. So this is what you will do. What profession are you? If you're a registered nurse, you can see that the NOC code for registered nurses is 31301, right? So whatever profession you are in, just check in for your NOC code from here. If you are an occupational therapist, your NOC code is 31203, right? So if you're a pharmacist, your NOC code is 31120, and they have made it easy. So just check your profession and then you pick your NOC code, come to this select NOC code and enter your NOC code. So let me say I'm a registered nurse and my NOC code 31301. So I would go and look for that registered nurse, you see. And then, in what country did you do your training? I did my training in Nigeria. How many years of recent experience do you have in this particular occupation? So if it is less than 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, and then 5 years and above, just put in your experience, your years of experience. Do you have a driver's license? Please don't lie. If you don't, say no. Do you have a valid Canadian Express entry profile number? If you don't have, say no. As time goes on, it will get to a point where you would still have this profile number. If you are given the job offer, then you will work on the express entry to get your PR. Though they would offer you a work permit first, and then with that you can go ahead to do your permanent residence. So that is when you will need this express entry profile number. But if you don't have it now, you know, some people have started this Canadian process for a long time. Those people might have it. If you have it, enter it. If you don't have, no problem, tell them no. Do you have a valid INB profile number? This INB profile number is a number that is unique for those that have registered under the New Brunswick system register, and it is something you can do immediately if you don't have. So I would advise you to just pause at this stage and open another page to register. When you register, you would get a valid and a unique INB profile number, and this is what you will do. Just stop at this page and go to another tab on your Chrome browser. I would attach the link, the first link for the registration, and also the link for this INB system register. You can see it is under the province of New Brunswick, Canada. So it's easy. Just enter your given name, your family name, your email, your password, right? So after entering all of this, then you will register. Then when you have registered, you would be given a unique code. Then come back to this page, come back to this tab and enter your unique profile number here. I'm not doing the registration, so if you have registered and they have given you your unique profile number, you can just come here and say, yes, I have it. And then you would be asked to provide that number. But for me, since I'm just doing this video for the sake of letting you see the step-by-step process, so I'll just choose no, and then I'll continue with the process. So it's easy. Just come here and do the registration and you will get the code. Okay, now let's continue. This you have to click. This is just your privacy policy. This is where you let them know that you authorize the government of New Brunswick to share your information for recruitment purposes. So you have to click it, stating that you authorize them to share your information for recruitment purposes. And then you understand that when you have clicked save and next, the information on this page is saved and cannot be changed. So make sure you go through it once again. Make sure you go through it once again to be sure that you entered the right thing, the right spelling in your names. Make sure there is no difference. If you have an international passport and also your credentials, make sure the name you are filling is the same name on your credentials also. Make sure there is no mistake, and then you should go ahead to click the save and the next. Before you click save and next, make sure you agree to the terms of use and privacy policy, and take time to also read through, then click save and next. Okay, now let's start. Do you have a high school diploma or certificate? Please note that the completion of high school equivalent studies is required for eligibility for this immigration stream. So it's saying the minimum qualification is your high school, because it's not only for nurses. You know, nurses, that means you have to go for either diploma in nursing or BSc in nursing. For other professionals, you have to go for your BSc like that. But you know, there are some other professions that they are recruiting, like the caregivers, that don't really need probably a course and like that. They just need their SSC equivalent, right? So the minimum qualification is that you have your high school diploma. Okay, so that means it is a yes. What is your formal education field? What is your formal education field? Example, technical school for electricians, masters in geography. So if it is a BSc in nursing, you put it BSc in nursing, right? Do you have a valid Educational Credential Assessment, ECA? Your ECA, Education Credential Assessment, is used to verify that your foreign degree, your diploma, your certificate, your BSc, or other proof of your credential is valid and equal to a Canadian one. And there are different types of ECA that you would need for immigration purpose, especially if they are employing you as a skilled worker. It is not negotiable. It is an important skill that you must have. Though if you do not have it at this moment, it is cool. You can just choose no, right? But it is something in my subsequent videos, I'll be talking about those things that you can start working on that will give you an edge over other applicants. The truth is, they would likely pick a person that have ECA over another person that doesn't have. But you can still be fortunate, right? You can still be favored that you will be picked and you will be asked to go to do, the process, to do the ECA process before so and so date. I think the ECA will just take, sometimes it takes between 3 to 6 months. Yes, it takes between 3 to 6 months, and there are different types. Like I said, we have the WES, we have the ICAS. The WES is the World Education System that's widely used. We have the ICAS, which is the International Credential Assessment Service of Canada. So, and there are others. So you just apply for it, pay your amount, your school will send your transcript to them, and then they would evaluate, they would assess it to see if it matches with the Canadian system. So it's not something you should be worried about, but at the same time, it's something you should start working on if your dream is to come to work in Canada as a skilled worker. It's something you should start working on, just like you know that IELTS is also one of those important skills. I'll make a video. I'll try to make a video, I don't know when, but very soon, to talk about those things that would give you an edge over other applicants. If you don't lie, just click no. Because if you click yes, there is a place where you will have to upload. You see, you have to upload your ECA report, right? I have my ECA report, but for the sake of this video, I will say no. Alright, so now let's move to the next. Skilled work experience. Your work experience must be at least 1 year, 1560 hours total, 30 hours per week. That is if it is continuous full-time, or an equal amount in part-time, 1560 hours over 24 months. So if it is part-time, you have to have that equivalent amount of hours over a period of 24 months. In your primary profession or a similar field, that is the job you intend to do in New Brunswick in the last 5 years. So it shouldn't be higher than 5 years. That means you must have worked, you must have this experience within the last 5 years. And it should also be a paid work. Volunteer works and unpaid internships do not count. You can see it. That's why I have to highlight it. So they are saying your work experience has to be a paid work, not volunteer work, not unpaid internship. So the next, please upload your resume, your CV, in either the JPEG or PDF format. Do not include a photo and limit the content to 2 pages. Please follow instructions. They said do not include a photo, and then your CV shouldn't be more than 2 pages. It should be limited to 2 pages. That is what they are saying. If it is 1 page, cool. If it is 2 page, okay, but it shouldn't be more than 2 pages. Then after you have uploaded your CV, you have to consent to them sharing your CV with New Brunswick employers, and then you have to consent that you understand that when you click save and next, the information on this page is saved and cannot be changed. So I would advise again, go back and scan through to be sure that you entered the correct information, and then I will click save and next now, and we'll meet in the next page. All right, and then this is the next page. We have a lot. It's like this is more voluminous than the registration for Prince Edward Island, but it is worth it, isn't it? So this is page 2 out of 4. That means we still have 4 more pages to go. And now the second page is saying we should enter our age, our language, and our adaptability. So country of citizenship, for me, Nigeria. Country of legal residence. So put in your country. For me, I am in UAE, so that's the United Arab Emirates. Date of birth, enter your date of birth. So you just click on this calendar here, and then you pick your year of birth. You pick it, and then you pick the month and pick the dates. All right, what is your level of English competencies? So if you are advanced, if you understand English advanced level, click advanced, intermediate, or basic. So I'll be going with advanced. What is your level of French competency? If you don't understand French, since there is nothing like nil, just click basic, since we did French in our primary and secondary school. Have you completed a language competency test? If you haven't, say no. If you have, click yes, and then they would ask you to upload if it is IELTS, CELPIP, CLPIP, TEF, CCF. I think that TEF is the French language competency. Okay, so upload your whatever language competency test you have done, IELTS, CLPIP, TEF, TCF. Upload it at this point. Depending, now they are talking about proof of funds. Depending on the immigration program you'll be eligible for, there will be various thresholds of minimum financial requirements. So they are making, they are preparing you for the amount that you would need for proof of funds. So they are saying you cannot borrow this money from another person. You must be able to use this money to pay the cost of living for your family, even if they are not coming to Canada with you. How many dependents or spouse do you wish to include in your application? So you enter how many are you, how many dependents. That is, dependents is your spouse and your children. So if you have your spouse, as in your husband or your wife, and then you have 2 children, so that's 3 altogether. Your spouse and your 2 children, that's 3 altogether. If it's your spouse and 1 child, that's 2 altogether. So you're not counting yourself here. This is asking for only the dependents. So I would say, okay, my spouse, my husband, that is my husband, right? My spouse, and then 1 child, that's 2. Do you have relations in New Brunswick? If you have, yes. If you don't have, no, I don't have. Do you have close relatives in another Canadian province? If you have close relatives in another Canadian province, you can say yes or no. And then you give a consent that you understand that when you click save and next, you cannot change it. So make sure you go through it once again. We meet at the next page. Now, after clicking save and next, it's saying we should give information about our spouse or partner. Would you like to add information about a spouse or partner? Please note that Canada recognizes your common law relationship who have cohabited for a minimum of 1 year. So you select if you would like to give information about your spouse or your partner. And then because you have clicked yes, you have to select the NOC of your spouse or partner. Just go through. If your spouse or partner is into any of this, just select it. If they are not a health professional, click other NOC, and then you can indicate the NOC code of your spouse or partner. You can do this easily. Just go on the Canadian website to check for NOC code of the profession of your spouse, and then after indicating the NOC code, if applicable, just enter the occupation of your spouse, and then you can upload your spouse's resume and other details about your spouse, the date of birth for your spouse, their level of English competency, and their French competency. And then you click that you understand. And from there, you click save and next again, which will take us to the next page. And now this is the last page. Congratulations, the registration is done. It says conclusion. Please note that if you are contacted by an NB employer, that is any employer from New Brunswick, you may be asked to conduct your interview virtually. That's, you may be asked to conduct your interview virtually. So I would also suggest that even if you are not in Dubai, try it, since you can be asked to conduct your interview virtually. Even if you are not in Dubai, please try it, since there's a place where you enter your country of residence. Please try it also. But they stated it is for those in Dubai 2024. But I still believe there is no harm in trying, since some of the interview will be conducted virtually, right? And they would have seen where you are, like you would have entered in the application process your country of residence, so you are not lying about it. Thank you again for your interest in New Brunswick and for sharing your profile with us. And that is it. Click on the save and complete button to submit your application. So make sure you submit. If you did not click this last one, then you have not submitted. You have only filled, and you have, because it would erase it, like it is being erased, you did not save it. So try to click save and next, and then you see your registration has been recorded. Thank you for your registration. For more information, you can go through those links that were attached. You can go through the website. Thank you, and that is it. After the registration, if you are shortlisted, you will be sent an email on the date that you chose and the location for the interview. If it is virtually, it would be stated. If it is physically in Dubai, it will be stated in the email that will be sent to you. And I wish you all the best. If you gained value in this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, share with your friends. If you have questions, ask in the comment section. I am here to answer your question. Remember, I wish you the best. If there are other opportunities, I will not hesitate to share on this channel. Thank you and bye.